Hello, bright and shiny beacons of light. So good to see everyone this evening. Well, I guess there's a delay typically in the start. So, hello, all you bright and shiny beacons of light. I'm Michael Sandler, your host on Inspire Nation. And I have with me, he's asked to join me here this evening. It's past his bedtime, but I don't know if you can see. We've got there, Rue here this evening. Rue has asked to join us here this evening. And so this is the lake house. If you're familiar with that, we were living here this spring, this winter, and Rue has said, please find me a perch, find me a place that I can be present and on camera. Well, I guess I should be recording this there. So Rue has asked to be present and on camera. And so, ta-da, here he is. Now, a couple weeks ago, for you, those of you who've been following along, he was beside himself when I couldn't find a way to get him on camera. So hopefully this works tonight. It is past his bedtime. But with this said, it's past my bedtime too, in that baby Hannah, and don't worry, we're going to be talking about a couple key things tonight. First off, we're going to be talking about how to get protection from your angels, from guardian angels, your guardian angel, particularly from the universe. And we're going to do a protection meditation at the very end. With that said, I always like to share by example, and a few key things going on here right now is baby Hannah is teething right now. And so I am kind of at, to be honest, my overtired best, in that I thought I was the most overtired first month of the pregnancy. No, first month of the baby Hannah's life. And I think I'm more overtired now. How does it get any better than this? I'm surprised by it. That, coupled with the fact that today's a really special day. Today is 10/10/22. What does that mean? Well, it's a very special day, of course. But if we go back in time, way back when 10/10/10, that was Jessica and my wedding day. And so today is our anniversary. How does it get any better than this? 12 years ago today. And so we had a beautiful afternoon hanging out together, hanging out with baby Hannah, hanging out with Rue. And we're definitely going to want to turn in a little bit early this evening. That, coupled with, I've already been getting get well wishes. I have surgery, hernia surgery this Friday. How does it get any better than this? And so I want to get a little extra rest. Thank you, everybody, for your anniversary comments. I can see them coming in. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So we're going to have a beautiful show here tonight. I'm going to teach you about how to call in protection from your angels, from your guardian angel, from the universe. And then I am going to turn in for our anniversary just a little bit early this evening. And I'm very curious. Oh, thank you, Yolanda. I love you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Yolanda. I'm very curious to see if big guy over here, excuse me, if he wants to hang in there till the end or not, or if he is going to want to go to bed. Not early. It's actually now 11 minutes past his bedtime. We've been sticking to this, but Rue and I have had a really serious talk. First started with Megan Sisk, animal communicator of animal communicators, last week. And we have had some serious talks about what are his needs and desires in our relationship. And he was meant to be on camera. And so I know, good boy. I know. And so here he is tonight. All right. Well, let us dive into things if we can. 12 years. It has been an incredible journey of guidance and protection. And I'm going to teach through example tonight. protection isn't always what we think it is. It is about keeping us around while helping us get the lessons that we need to get. So early in my relationship with Jessica, I didn't listen to the universe very well. I think I don't know if I'd say too in my head, but there were too many things that I felt I needed to drive the ship about. And I can remember we have baby Hana now. How does it get any better than this? So it's been coming up and up again. I had my first NDE April 2nd, 2006. I consider that my new birthday, April 2nd, 2006. No idea where to send the gifts, but April 2nd, 2006. But then 7 years, 1 month, 17 days later, on I think it was July 19th, of 2013, the date isn't as important that second time around. I had my second NDE. My second, and I want to talk with you about the first NDE in a minute, but the second NDE happened not because I wasn't asking for protection from the universe, but because I'd gone out of alignment and out of alignment more and out of alignment more and out of alignment more. And so the universe had been trying to usher me back into alignment and speaking louder and louder and louder and louder and louder still until I really got a cosmic 2x4 from the universe. So while we're talking tonight about protection, if you've been having small injuries, small niggling, small things going wrong, and then a little bit bigger thing, and then a little bit bigger thing, and then a little bit bigger thing, I need you. I need you. I implore, please take a look at what's going on in your life. And please, please, please ask, am I in alignment? Are things feeling off? Are these cosmic messages from the universe to help guide me? So when it comes to protection, it's not just about putting us in this bubble of love and light, and that's a really, really cool thing to do. But it's also about getting yourself out of harm's way. So, yes, it can protect you from a boulder coming down the side of a hill that could crush your car. But were you supposed to be there in the first place? So, protection begins not with asking for protection, but it begins with listening and listening deeply. Let's go back. I had NDE number 1. I'm going to talk about that with you in a minute. I had NDE number 2. I'm convinced that didn't need to take place. And then I had a third accident. Crazy. Not an NDE, but I broke all the bones in front of my heart, above my heart, behind my heart, a cracking open of my heart. Why? Because the universe had been working to open my heart, but I kept going back to head and closing it down and closing it down and closing it down some more. That may be why I've broken also so many ribs in my life, is I kept, hasn't happened in quite a while, cancel, clear, release. I kept on closing my heart down to go more with my mind. So I need you, I implore you, if you've had a small accident, if you've had a big accident, one of our team members recently had a very big accident. I implore you to ask what these signs mean. Ask what the steering is. Ask what the guidance is. Ask how it's meant to help me, to steer me. And above and beyond all else, say, I am listening. And listen even deeper. So let's go back in time. Can you guys see that Rue is sleeping now? Well, he's not sleeping, but he's curled up. He's curled up. How does it get any better than this? And people are asking how Rue is doing. He is doing incredibly well. He went out and hung out in the town of Sparta with us for our anniversary today. And of course, he was, the talk of the town. Although baby Hannah is rivaling him for how much attention she draws in now, which is kind of cool. All right, on her own terms, of course. We go back to NDE number 1. And why am I sharing story? Because it is easiest to learn. Imagine being around a campfire. Elders are there. If the elders gave you a list of top 10 things to do with your angels, or with spirit, or with universe, how much would you remember? If angels shared with, or if elders shared with you a story, then how much would you remember? We remember best with story. So we go back in time, April 2nd, 2006. I'd just been praying for safety and guidance. It's wild. I was training at the time. I was sponsored by Rollerblade. I had done 2 years earlier a 5,000 mile giant 5,000 mile 40-day unsupported solo bike ride, blah, 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 across the country to help people with learning disabilities. And then I was sponsored by Rollerblade to set a world record skate across the country for students and adults with learning disabilities, particularly ADHD. And on a particular Sunday, April 2nd, I skated to the west end of Boulder, took off my skates, put my feet in a mountain creek, and hopped up on a rock in the middle of the creek, meditated. And there I prayed for safety and guidance. It's kind of crazy. I prayed for safety and guidance. I laced up my skates. I rounded the first bend. A father teaching a baby how to walk stepped out on the bike path in front of me, and my whole world changed in an instant. The universe stopped me cold. I prayed for safety and guidance. The universe stopped me cold. Key point. If you pray for guidance, if you pray for protection, add these words, please. Please, please, please add these words. May I have safety and guidance. Kind, gentle, easy, good. Kind, gentle, easy, good. Put another way. And this is what I say all the time now. May all the lessons reach me. Kind, gentle, easy, good. Kind, gentle, easy, good. Kind, gentle, easy, good. One more time. Kind, gentle, easy, good. Flap your ears with me and say, I am listening. I am listening. Universe always wants to get your attention. Universe right now is using me as a vehicle to get your attention, or using you, Rue, as a mesmerization tool. Oh, he's totally asleep. His eyes are to get your attention. The more we listen, the easier it is for the universe to speak to us. The universe loves us. The universe doesn't want to harm us. The universe wants only good for us. And that's also why we get boo-boos, I'll put that in quotes, if we're not listening. If you have followed my story, you know it's filled with a few boo-boos. Now, I've been a pro athlete. I've done some interesting or impressive physical endeavors. And so the universe likes to speak to me through a physical channel. A couple weeks ago, I qualified for a world championships. Today, wasn't planning on it, but I haven't found a place to swim locally. So I was out in the lake in like 50-degree water again swimming today, which actually, if I'm honest, it was hard getting in and then it felt great. But the universe likes to speak to me in physicality. The universe likes to speak to most of us through a physical nature. If it can't get our attention first with quieter whispers, the universe would prefer to speak to us with whispers before it goes and grabs the 2x4. So when we think we're not being protected, what's often happening is that we're not listening well enough. So last year on Jessica's birthday, so our anniversary is 10-10-10. Jessica's birthday is 11-10. So on 11-10 of last year, we've got 2 babies in the oven, 2 twins in Jessica's belly. She's completely exhausted. It's a pregnancy that was wiping her out energetically. I still don't know how she's going. And I wasn't listening to the signs that were telling me to slow down and that there's a different way of doing things. So I went out on a bike ride. Why? That's my thing. I like to exercise. That's very relaxing for me. And an SUV careened into me, more like, I guess, I don't know if we say aimed into me, steered into me. There's the term, steered into me, sending me, of course, to the hospital. And I would say, thankfully, I had literally prayed to my guardian angel before it happened to keep me safe. I found myself actually in the ambulance giving thanks to my angels and guides for keeping me safe, knowing I would be all right. But in a sense, energetically, not physically, but energetically, it happened because I was out of alignment. What does this mean? We'll talk in just a minute about the different prayers you can say to help the angels protect you even better. But before we go to those prayers, I want you to take a step back in your life. Not am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing as if you're supposed to be doing this amazing grand thing and everything else is wrong. That's a misdirect of the ego, shall we say. That is the ego hijacking your ship. You don't need to do anything and have a beautiful existence, except perhaps listen and connect with spirit even more. That's a choice. The universe is going to guide you to help teach you lessons, not to help you necessarily, win the lottery, have a $1 billion company, all of these other things, which may or may not be pretty awesome. What I'm trying to do is get the pressure off of you that there is no one path for you, but there are lessons for you, teachings for you, learnings for you, if we listen. What it takes to listen. Just this, actually. What it takes to listen is a pause. How can we pause more? In essence, pause for protection. I know that doesn't sound sexy here tonight, but Michael, I want you to talk about bubbles of love and light. I'm getting there. Michael, I want you to talk about meditations to have all the angels around you. I'm getting there. Michael, I want you to talk about, yes, but how can we slow down your mind so you can hear guidance better? I know so many people, I've worked with so many people who've gotten themselves sick. And universe, I'd say me as well, helped get them healthy by getting them back in alignment, who've gotten themselves injured, got them healed by getting them back in alignment, who are facing such heartache and heartbreak. got them better by getting them back into alignment. What does that mean? Well, find a process. Obviously, I'm into automatic writing, but find a process that works for you and talk with spirit on a daily basis and say, I am listening. And then listen. Listen to the universe. Listen extra carefully. Protection comes not from one grandiose gesture, not from one grandiose prayer, but from walking and talking in connection with your angels, walking and talking in connection with your guides, walking and talking, work with me here, in connection with your guardian angel. In other words, your greatest amount of protection doesn't come from the single prayer. It comes from what you do each and every day. Does it help when you go out the door to say a prayer like I'll teach you in a minute? Sure. Does it help if your partner is going down the road and you go into a state of prayer, which I'll teach you in a minute as well, to put them in a bubble of love and light? Sure. But it's really a matter of where your resonant frequency is. Yeah, I'll speak from my own experience. If I'm not home, put that in quotes, home, what happens? Typically, I break a toe. Sometimes I break a rib. Sometimes more than that. And that doesn't mean I'm always breaking toes and ribs. Ow. But when I'm not home, and home means being present to my world, to my existence, and to my spiritual landscape, the universe likes bringing me back to home very quickly. I have instant karma. Maybe it's because of how far down the path I am. No judgment as to where you are. But universe likes to bring me back fast. And anybody on my team knows just how fast, it's kind of the cosmic joke, how fast the universe likes to hook and pull me back out into alignment. Protection is all about a state of energy. How much can we exist in a state of energy? How much can we exist in a state of connection to our angels, to our guides, to the universe, to the words that are chasing us down? How much can I stay in this state? I hear a comedian going, the state of delusion. No, not that state. State of spirit. So it's not just asking for a prayer. It's not just listening, but it is about maintaining that connection on a daily basis. All right. A few weeks ago, I did break a toe again. Not again. I actually know why it was, which is interesting. And I've had people say, well, Michael, you need to slow down. It's actually not about that. It was about getting into a state of being grounded more because we get to move, in 6 or 7 weeks. And universe was saying what we need during this time, Michael, is for you to commit each day to getting up earlier. Oh boy. Getting into your automatic writing earlier. Oh boy. And listening. There's that key, listening even more so that we can guide you to your next home. Please make that commitment and stay within yourself. What is tripping? And it's amazing. I didn't actually do anything grandiose. I walked down the hall and caught my foot, not even fast. I was deliberately going slowly on the vacuum cleaner. How many of us have done that? And we don't wear shoes in the house, so there went my pinky toe. Ow. But the message was, how much can you ground? How much can you get centered? How much can you look and listen for that next home? How much can you ground into the energetic state where you're supposed to be? That's what I want for you. After tonight, Tomorrow morning, take 5 minutes, sit and be. Take 5 more minutes, sit and be. And then write or talk to your angels and guides. Ask, where am I supposed to be? Ask, am I in alignment? Ask, is there anything I should know? This is about protection. It's about developing a relationship with your angels, a relationship with spirit. Now, the corollary is, if I don't develop this relationship, are bad things going to happen to me? It's okay, Rue. It's all right, good boy. If I don't develop relationship, are bad things going to happen to me? No, absolutely not. You didn't come here to get the smack down for not listening to spirit or connecting to spirit. However, understand this is a teaching school. Earth is an opportunity to learn and grow and expand. I'll repeat that. Earth is an opportunity to learn and grow and expand. You're a hero for choosing to come here. I'm a hero for choosing to come here. Junior, also known as Big Guy, is a hero for choosing to come here. This school ain't easy. Angels look at us and go, wow, it's amazing what you're doing. Going into physical form is challenging. So, if we can remember that, it changes everything. When you understand the greater meaning behind the teaching, you understand the greater meaning behind why you're here, that this is a teaching opportunity for you. It truly changes everything. Now, I can hear many of you going, I don't want any more lessons. My apologies. Lessons will continue as long as you have a pulse. Now, repeat after me. May I have my lessons, kind, gentle, easy, good. I am, wiggle those ears, listening. That makes the lessons, most of them, some of them, gentler, because you're getting it the easy way. This is Louise Hay. Why Louise Hay wrote a book and talked about how the body speaks to us. First, it speaks to us in a whisper, before getting louder and louder and speaking to us in a roar, a dull thud, or a giant crack. Listen to the whispers. So, there have been 2 incidents recently. One with a team member where a car flipped, and it's a miracle that she's still alive. In fact, if I understand correctly, when she was pulled from the car or crawled out of the car, however she ended up out of the car, people thought there were 3 people in the car. Turns out there was 2. Who was the third? My guess is it certainly was an angel. And this is someone, a team member, whose mom would regularly call on angels to protect her. Does that help? Yes. My guess is the team member does this as well. Does it help? Yes. It's not about one prayer, but staying in that state of prayer. That accident wasn't supposed to kill her, but to shift and guide her. My guess is that accident was a huge wake-up call, a wake-up call for steering in direction. Now, here's the funny thing about steering in direction or wake-up calls. We often don't know where they're steering us when they take place. That's all right. You don't have to know. All you have to know is that the universe has had to speak louder and louder and louder and louder and louder and louder and louder until the universe is shouting at us to get our attention. So we start to go quiet and go, wow, I am really going to listen. It's one team member. Then I have a very dear, 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 dear friend who is also a client who just had a baby almost 2 months early. Miraculously, the baby survived. I know she went into prayer. I know she called into angels. I was calling in angels too, to surround her with the angels, to surround her with love, to surround and be there with her baby. And it looks like her baby made it. How does it get any better than this? By the grace of God, source, universe, or angels, her baby is still here. So it begets the question, does prayer matter? One team member, her car flips over. Her mom had been regularly praying to her for protection. Didn't matter. Oh, well, yeah, you betcha. Babies born months early is emergency rushed to the hospital. Does prayer matter? You betcha. So on to the main topic for tonight. Can we call in angels to protect us? You betcha. And it's hard to express. Angels have a funny policy. They have a no metal policy. Not metal, as in this thing is metal, but metal, as in ability to interfere. There's only so much angels can interfere without us asking for assistance. Now, will they pull you out of harm's way at the last moment? Oftentimes, yes, particularly your guardian angel who's been with you since the beginning of time, since the beginning of existence. Yes, but only to a certain extent. Protection is one of the best, the greatest, the easiest ways to ask for assistance from your angels. Each and every time you go out the door, ask for protection. Each and every time you go on an adventure, ask for protection. Each and every time I go in the water, I go ride my bike, I go for a run, I ask for protection. Every single time Jessica goes out on her own or with baby Hannah, and because she wouldn't go out without baby Hannah at this point, I ask for angels and guides to surround her and protect her. Back in New Jersey, last year we were in New Jersey. Obviously, I got hit by the SUV. Then Jessica banned me from being on the roads. And this year we moved back here and I wanted to go out and be on the roads, find a place to ride safely. Of course, I prayed for safety and guidance and protection. I went out on a ride a couple weeks ago, less than that. I went out on a ride. I drove west of here to where it's quieter. Went out on a bike ride. I'm in my aero tuck position and I'm going down a road with a very wide shoulder. And I was listening very carefully. And I heard, and Jessica had been nervous about me for this ride. I heard, Michael, get out of the aero bars, get on your brakes. I got out of the air bar, started to get on the brakes. A woman going, 40, 45 miles an hour, dove in front of me with her car to take a left-hand turn, immediately crossing my path. It happened so fast, I just barely had time to get on the front brake and stop from getting hit by her. That was my angels and guides speaking to me. What do you think they were telling me? Turn the bike around, go home. And for the rest of the time you're in New Jersey, unless you're riding with others, you be riding inside only. I love riding my bike. I love being outside. Here's the deal. There's a difference between protection and prudence. We often get confused about this. Protection and prudence. What's the difference between the two? If you're going to cross the road, you call in protection and you ask to be safely carried across the road. Angels, guides, protect me. Help me to get across the road nice and safe and sound. Awesome. However, if you're going to go walk across instead of a road, you're going to go walk across a highway. Don't call in protection, call in prudence. What's prudence? Is it really prudent? Is it really smart for me to try walking across a highway? If you hear no, you don't need to call in protection. Turn around and go home, or else you get the cosmic reset. You'll find a way to get back to the other side and go, oops. So for myself, for the bike rides in the area, I don't really need to call in protection. I need to not do the rides. Kind of a bummer. But at least for myself, before that ride, I went into a state of prayer. And then out on the ride, I listened and listened and listened very carefully. I looked for signs. I looked for symbols. I looked for how I was feeling. And that's how I got the sense you're supposed to get on the brakes right away. Because I've been on a road without traffic. I was just heading toward town when I got cut off. So I was listening and listening for protection. So I turned my bike around, I went home, and now I will practice prudence. So let's talk briefly about a few key prayers you can use. Then we're going to go real briefly into questions and then into a meditation. I'm trying to keep an eye on Rue because he's kind of twitchy. And so I'm wondering if he's too overtired and needs to go to sleep. He seems to be doing all right, although he's kind of doing a little bit of a dance there. So let's see how it goes. But he asked specifically, Daddy, can you keep me up? And he went on, hopped up on the chair so that he got on camera and said, I'm just going to stay over here. And I'm like, okay, Rue. So, all right. My two favorite prayers. My first favorite prayer is what I call G-Spy. G-Spy is a very simple prayer. It goes like this. Now, I pray in this prayer, I pray to God. But I don't believe in a bearded white guy up in the sky. God to me is the love, is the love energy, source energy, universe energy, the energy that powers the matrix, the energy that is you, the energy that is me, the energy is everything. But God seems to be a good catch-all term for that. You could just as easily pray to dog. But here's how I say it, and you can change it to work for you. It's 4 key lines and then a repeating stanza, you could say. So thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God, for guiding me. This is the G in G-Spy. Thank you, God, for guiding me with your love and light. Guiding me, meaning I'm going on the path laid out before me from the universe. Thank you, God, for guiding me with your love and light. Thank you, God, for surrounding me with your love and light. And imagine being surrounded in this heavenly love and light, kind of a bubble of love and light. So I'm guided on the path. I'm surrounded. Thank you, God, for protecting me, actively helping keep me safe. Thank you, God, for protecting me with your love and light, guiding me, surrounding me, protecting me. Thank you, God, for imbuing, filling every cell of my beingness with your love and light. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. That's the stanza at the end. Thank you, God, for guiding me, surrounding me, protecting me, imbuing me. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. You could just as easily say, thank you, Rue. Thank you, universe. Thank you, Mother Mary, Jesus, Buddha, Allah, Jehovah, whomever Buddha, whomever, whatever works for you. But then I like visualization. And lately, the prayer that I have been going to beyond G-Spy is imagining that I have layer after layer after layer of angels or guides at my back, protecting me, keeping me safe, wrapping their wings or arms around me. Ooh, can you still see me? Because, okay, good. You can still see me because the camera has done something funny here, but you can see me. Good. All right. So you get layer after layer of angels and guides protecting you, having your back, taking the most amazing care of you. So we can call in before we go out. I call on the angels to have my back. I call on my angels to surround me with goodness. I call on my angels to hug me, to guide me, to protect me, to keep me safe. I call on my angels to surround me with safety, love, and goodness. When you do that, believe you call in incredibly powerful protection. Now, we can go one step further. What's that one step further? Call in your guardian angel. Call in your guardian angel. What does this mean? You have an angel that's been with you since the beginning of time, ever since your first lifetime incarnate here on earth. Call on this angel to take care of you, to protect you, to keep you safe. Your guardian angel can only do so much unless you call her or him in. And almost none of us call them in enough. So call in your angel. Mine has the name Maximilian. He's come to me in lion form before. Guardian angel Maximilian, please keep me safe. Guardian angel Maximilian, please protect me. I tend to call on him to protect Jessica and to protect baby Hannah, and don't call on him to protect me enough. But that's his job. The trick is we tend to push away our guardian angels by not calling them in. So this is what I want you to do from this moment and every moment moving forward, is to call in your guardian angels with everything that you have. Call them in with everything you have. Every time you go out, I call in my guardian angel. Every time you go someplace scary, dangerous, whatever, you call in my guardian angel. Every time that you're facing a scary situation, I call in my guardian angel. Do you need to know the name of your guardian angel? Absolutely not. Just call in your GA, sort of like an EA. Call in your GA. Call in your guardian angel. You can wake up in the morning and give thanks to your guardian angel. Thank you for protecting me today. Thank you for guiding me today. Thank you for helping me today. Does it matter? Absolutely. Call them in every chance you can. For Jessica and myself, I believe our guardian angels have been working overtime and will happily continue to do so as long as we call them in. So go to G-Spy. Go to a prayer of surrounding yourself with angels, with guardian angels, with ascendant masters, with guides, and then specifically call in your guardian angel. These are 3 key ways you can begin calling in angelic protection again. Remember, there's a difference between protection and prudence. Remember, this is an energetic game. How much can I connect to my angels, to my guides, to the universe on a moment to moment to moment basis? And above and beyond all else, before it even gets to the level of protection, how much can I listen and get in? Ooh, that was Rue's love sound if you didn't hear that. Oh, how much can I listen and get into alignment of where I'm supposed to be with the universe? That makes things much, 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 much easier. Much, much easier. All right, let's go into some questions here tonight. First question: what is the difference between the automatic writing program with a Shift network and the automatic writing experience online course? The automatic writing experience, our AW course, is a pretty awesome course to get you going and goes over one main topic a month. It's pretty special. In fact, we're going to have our next class on that next Thursday. The Shift Network course, which is going to be beginning now because of surgery coming up, it was delayed a couple weeks. It's going to be beginning on the 25th. The Shift Network course is the deepest dive, the most immersive program on automatic writing that I have ever produced. It is going to be the fastest way to dive deep. Not just to hear from spirit, not just to hear from angels, not just to hear from the other side of the veil, but every single piece of this puzzle all put together in one to help you channel, to help you, in a sense, become a medium, to help you to hear incredibly clearly from the other side on a moment-to-moment notice in the deepest, most profound way possible. Something that through the awe course would take maybe even several years to get to. But through the Shift Network course, I'm going to get you there in about 12 short weeks or less. So if you really want the deep dive in automatic writing, this will be the fastest way to get you there and to get you plugged into spirit at a super deep level. Is it more expensive than the automatic writing experience? Yes. But what you pay in money, you then save in time. So that is really the big difference, is it is such a deep dive immersive experience. Beautiful question, and thank you. Donations. P. Durano, thank you so much for your kind donation. How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? Thank you so much. Go. Question for Michael. Did he hear Angel Metatron is actually Enoch, and does he believe that it's true? That is a question, Go, that I cannot answer, but look forward to hearing in the chat what you know and what you have learned. Next question, Peggy. Why would the angels help us in any ways that weren't kind, easy, and good? Anything else feels punitive. I don't understand pain as messages. Peggy, there's a different way of perceiving this. And let me say first, punitive, no. Pain, yes. Earth school, uncomfortable. There is a higher level way of learning. We are at, as humanity, I'm going to guess a level 0 or level 1, where we do learn through pain. Not punitive. Big difference. Not punitive. Punitive implies something is being done to you rather than something is being done for you. So let's go back in time for me. I'll use me as the example here. In 1993, a very long time ago, I was racing bicycles in Europe. I was trying to make it to the Tour de France. I'd been training at the Olympic Training Center at the same time as Lance Armstrong. Please note, he was much better than me. Was it the drugs? Who knows? But he was much, much better than me. And I'm not saying a negative word. I want to be very careful about that. He was much better than me. When I got to Europe, I knew that there was more to life to me than just cycling. I wanted to have this balanced approach to everything. And yet I was cycling. That was my everything. And I got hit by a car. And my cycling went poof in an instant. For 6.5, 7 years, Peggy, I thought God is dead. There is no God. Why would a God let this happen to me? If there are angels or guides or anything like that, why would they have let this happen to me? Now I look at it, Peggy, as a gift. It was the only way to break me from my trance-like state of it must be cycling. Cycling is my path. I must be a pro cyclist racing in Europe. This is all there is for me. Nothing else could have broken me out of that trance-like state. Broken. For many of us, we are stuck in patterns in our lives, ingrained, habituated into how we live our lives. And it is only often only a traumatic experience or a dramatic experience that breaks us out of our spell, that breaks us out of our sleepwalking state. That is not unkind. And the angels will only help you, or the universe will only help you. We're not blaming angels. It's really you on the other side. The angels are helping get it done, but it's you, your higher self on the other side, that's saying, I need to help wake myself up. What's the kindest, easiest way I can do it? She's not listening. He's not listening. We keep trying a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Okay, fine. We're going to have to go deep with this one. Whap. That's why kind, gentle, easy, good is how much can we listen so that we don't get to be coaxed hard with a 2x4 or hit hard with a 2x4. How much can we listen before we need that pattern interrupt? But remember, universe is always on your side and is always here working for you, through you, not to you. To you is a very human understanding. Actually, it's even a societal understanding of victimhood. None of us are victims here. None of us are victims. If you say, I am a victim, you immediately give all of your power away. You may have been raped, beaten, abused, tortured, but that is different than being a victim. I'm not saying those aren't horrible or horrific. But victim is saying, I give my power away. They happen to me. Those experiences, as terrible, not making light, as terrible as they are, can be the cornerstones to help bring out the greatness in you. Look at some of the greats of all time who've been jailed, who've been abused, who've been tortured, who've risen above it. So anything coming to you, Peggy, is not punitive. That is a human misunderstanding, or particularly a Western misunderstanding, that I must have done something wrong. It is an understanding that there is a God that's a father figure out there who's going to whap you on your hand or your behind if you do something wrong. There is no doing anything wrong. There's only how much alignment can I get in so that I can learn, so that I can squeeze the juice, so I can maximize the benefit out of this lifetime. And if it takes some owies to help me maximize the benefit, well, at this level of humanity, that may be all right. That's the agreement that we came into before we came here on earth. And over time, we can choose and come to a new higher level agreement. I, like you, Peggy, agree, or yeah, I guess that's a good way to put it, that there has to be a better way. Heen, thank you so much for your kind donation and a happy anniversary. How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? Richard Frank, how is Michael's awe course with Mike Dooley different than Shift Network course versus the awe course? Brilliant question. So we're going to call it this way. Automatic writing course is a great introduction and deep dive. It's not light. Automatic writing is an awesome course. Mike Dooley's course goes one step deeper, we'll say, and then the Shift Network course goes a step even deeper than that. They're graduated levels underground. My automatic writing course will get you there, absolutely, but it is a once a month course. The Shift Network course is a once a week course. So you can see the difference in acceleration, Richard. Brilliant question, and thank you. Denise, how can the angels such as Archangel Michael help billions of people at once? I know they can help, and I know they're everywhere, but how does it happen? Here's my best idea, Denise. There is no time and space. So on the other side of the veil, everything is happening at the same time, and everything is happening in the same space. So Michael doesn't have to go over here. Michael doesn't have to go over there. Michael doesn't have to be there. Michael doesn't have to be there. It's just Michael can just be and be doing all these things at the same time. Again, there is no time. So Michael doesn't have to be in 1911 and 2022 and 2333, but Michael can just be here now. How does he do that, or she, or it? And on the other side of the veil, to me, there is no he or she. It is all balanced energies. I'm going to say, whether we call Archangel Michael a higher dimensional being, whether we call him an archangel, whether we call him the guide, whether we call him a very part of God, him or herself, of which we are as well. What a superhero to be able to do that. An ascendant master of masters of masters of masters of masters, to be able to be in all of these places at the same place at the same time. What's it take to get help from Archangel Michael? As you know, Denise, call Archangel Michael in. Faye, can we ask for protection for others? Yes. When we see others or loved ones making decisions that are potentially not in their best interest. Ooh, let's get to that. Will this request resonate with the angels? Ooh, okay. How do I put this? The decision they're making appear to not be in their best interest from our perspectives, not from the higher self, from their higher self's perspective. So if they want to learn about the importance of others, they may have challenged themselves by making themselves be more and more isolated. We think, why are you doing that? Why are you torturing yourself? But that may help them understand the importance and help them to round a bend. So what we think is in their best interest may not be at all. However, does it mean we can't pray for them to have things kinder and gentler? We can't pray for things to be easier for them. We can't pray for them to find more love, more joy, more health, more peace. No, not at all. Go to the angels and ask for, please help Michael, please help Joy, please help Faye, please help whomever, to have the most easiest, best, joyous, most peaceful experience, most successful experience for their highest good, and the highest good of all, or something even better. Let the angels sort it out. Now, you go, you pray to the angels. Your angels will speak to their higher self. We'll kind of give a burst of energy, we'll call it, to their higher self and to their angels. And we'll come to an agreement as, hey, is this the best plan? Can we do even better? There'll be like discussion going on the other side of the veil. So it can help and it can make a difference. But ultimately, it's just there to support them, to support your loved ones having the most amazing experience they can have to wring all the juice out of this lifetime that they can. It doesn't mean that what they're doing isn't in their best interest. I have learned time after time after time after time after time. We can support others. We can love others, particularly our loved ones. We can love them up. Chances are we have just about zero chance of changing their decisions and their path. That is entirely up to them. The best we can do, Faye, is lead by example and hope that they will look and learn from us. But telling them you need to change direction almost never works. Going to their angels and saying you need to help them change direction, I don't think that's ever worked. Angels, please support them and help them so that if they trip and fall, it is in the kindest way possible, and help steer them in the most amazing way. That does make a difference. Christina, brilliant questions here tonight. Christina, why do some people have harder lessons and others have it easy? It almost, how I'm going to say this, Christina, I want to be really careful about this, because it can come across, Christina, that one person is more enlightened than another, or one person is more advanced than another, or that one person is at a higher level than another. I don't believe that ever to be the case. In fact, I think that maybe some of the most advanced souls can come here and have the most advanced case of amnesia and get completely and totally lost here and appear lost for their highest good and appear to be the least evolved. So you can never tell one person is farther ahead on their path than another. I may appear to be well ahead on the path. I may be so far behind you, Christina, it isn't even funny. I have no way of knowing. You have no way of knowing. Seriously. So people get harder lessons to give them higher level degrees, maybe one way to put it, because they can handle that. The adage is true on some level. God, spirit, never gives you more than you can handle. Those lessons are here because that is what you can handle, and that will help steer you for your highest good. Other people couldn't handle that hard of a lesson this lifetime and are given easier lessons. Doesn't mean they're any better or any worse. Some people may appear to go through almost entire lifetime trouble-free. That's awesome. That was their path this lifetime. Heck, they may have gone through incredible. They may have gone through war and nightmare and the unspeakable a lifetime before, and needed this lifetime that was kind of easier, more chillax, more of a vacation for most of the time at Earth School before they got a big lesson. Nobody, Christina, gets out of here alive. So no one, Christina, escapes heartache and heartbreak and loneliness and maybe shame and guilt and pain. Nobody. Because we all lose loved ones, because we all get to face death, because we all have fears and worries and concerns. But it comes to each of us in a different way, depending on our path, depending on what we can handle, depending on what we came here to learn. Brilliant, 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 brilliant question, Christina. Sacred Spaces, Home Decor and Gifts. Thank you for your kind donation. How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? We'll take a few more questions, then we're going to dive into a meditation. SK Abstract Art. Woohoo! Thank you for your kind donation as well. So much love, so much love, so much love sent your way. And a question. Let's go there. Why does it seem like the lessons have gotten harder after I've already called in and currently work with my guides and angels? The solution seems less clear. This is a brilliant, you guys have given me so many brilliant questions here tonight. From a human perspective, you're going, I called in the angels and guides. Why did it get harder? What you call in your angels and guides for help, right? You call in your angels and guides for guidance, right? You call in your angels and guides for assistance. Okay, Michael, you're saying the same thing. Yeah. There are lessons, essay, abstract art, that you came here to learn that will help you to ascend, that will help you evolve, that will help you literally carry back to the other side, and then you'll carry to the next lifetime and carry back to the other side, and you'll carry to the next lifetime. So when you say, I'm ready, I can connect to my angels and guides, they're like, ooh, we can give her some graduate level work right now, or we can give you some graduate level work. It doesn't mean that you're going, oh, shit, excuse me, I shouldn't have called in help. What it means is you're more plugged in and you're ready. You were going to get the lessons anyway, I promise you, but you're ready sooner. Right, Rue? He's making some love sounds, SK. It means you're ready. The solutions seem less clear. Let's go after that piece. When solutions seem less clear, I look at that as a good thing. And believe me, right now, we're going once again, where is it we're moving? Because we've just been guided by the universe this last multi-year period since we got chased by wildfire out of Colorado. How does it get any better than this? The solutions seem less clear when there are more possibilities available to you. If the answer is very binary, A or B, okay, that's easy, but it's not necessarily expansive. When you've got all these different possibilities, or nothing seems like a real possibility, and we have to lean on faith, we have to lean on lessons, we have to lean on learnings, we have to lean on angels, we have to lean on guidance, on guides. Now you've got something big and heavy and juicy to work with. that will challenge you, sort of like Job and the whale, and help you to expand and grow in a way that a very simple solution would not. You don't learn much when, oh, is it A or B? And A is blocked. Well, then clearly it's B. You don't learn much. But oh my God, if you've got all these different choices and you have no idea which way to go and the waters are muddied and I got to go quiet. I've got to dive deep. I've got to listen. I get to listen to my heart. I may have to dive even deeper. I need to go into automatic writing. I need to feel into my very soul. Now we're talking. Now is where we're really going to learn something. So what you're saying is, without realizing it, why am I getting more of a gift now? And SK, it's all about this is here to serve you. Andrea with the best question of the night. I'd love to get help from the angels to stop the war and bring love and light to the earth. Okay. One way we can look at this, and I struggle with war. I can remember where I was delivering pizza while going to college in 1988, 89, about to go race bicycles in Europe. Maybe it was started in 90. Gulf War I started, and I pulled off and bawled. I can remember being at the gym many years later when shock and awe started, and I fell apart and cried, and the Twin Towers, and on it goes. To me, this is all a last gasp effort of the old hierarchy, which struggles with separation, struggles with the ego so strong it doesn't remember who and what it is or who and where it came from. I also see war. Believe me, I am not making light of it. I'm sure, well, not sure, you may know, I am of ancestry, Ukrainian Jew and Russian Jew. How does it get any better than this? So my lineage is literally going like this and like this. We're all one. These events take place to actually help tumblers fall within each and every one of us, to help ensure energetically that it doesn't take place again. To me, the answer is never just coming with a protest sign. In fact, I'm a non-protester. I am a love supporter, just like Mother Teresa. If you have an anti-war protest, don't count me in. If you have a gathering for peace, let me know where and when. I will be there. The new gen gets it. The tumblers are falling in place energetically inside of people. We are going to a place of love and light in the world, even if the outer circumstances do not suggest it. Now, I want you to understand, historically, it's crazy, but there's been almost no time of greater peace on earth. Crazy. The news won't show that. And I'm not saying that we don't put an end to war, not at all. But the news won't tell you that. Modern mainstream media won't tell you that. Why? We are addicted to fear. Jeez Louise. Go on to Netflix. What is the top movie? Have some guy with a silencer pointed at somebody's head. We are addicted to this crap. Stop it. All of us, stop it. Stop playing with this energy. Start playing with more light and love. The answers will always come from the inside. Those tumblers are wanting to fall into place. We focus on the love. We focus on the light, Andrea. That's what I know you're doing. And the angels will take care of the rest of the job. So, is this here to serve us? Yes. Does it mean we're not going to survive? No. Does it mean we're rising up? Yes. Is it still a choice? Yes. Will we make it? Yes. But we got to choose it. Choose the love and light. That's why both sides are being presented to us. Let's take one last question here. Oh, we've got Jill. So maybe 2 questions. Let's see. Whew. Amanda, when you hear them, is it your voice you hear? Now, Amanda, I'm not sure if you're speaking for me, meaning if I hear my angels and guides, or speaking for everyone. They can come to us in a booming voice, in a burning bush, in our own voice, in a felt state, on a billboard, in so many different ways. Angels and guides like to get you on your attention in any language they can speak to you. Me, there is a voice, but it's not a voice. It's a felt voice. It's a voice that comes with words. It immediately translates in my mind, but without me hearing something. It is a hearing state supra or above the word. It is every word carries energy. And they're piping straight energy to you, sort of like a picture's worth 1,000 words. Now, our conscious mind does the job of translating it. This is why some mediums and channels are better than others, because it's a matter of which ones are most practiced at dropping the thinking mind. Huge shout out to Suzanne Giesman as an example of someone, or Belinda Womack as examples of individuals who are able to drop that thinking mind so much. And there's so many others that can do so. It's also why you may go to a medium or channel and get a really messed up message because they're too much in the thinking mind. It doesn't mean that something hasn't come in for them, but they've had a hard time translating that energy. To me, that energetic translation comes with practice. Bringing it back full circle to the first question here tonight, automatic writing is a practice that helps you to practice hearing from your angels and guides and learning how to translate it without the thinking mind getting involved. I in no way proclaim to be able to say, well, Grandma Ann said that if you go into the right drawer on the coffee table, you're going to find the keys to the ancient treasure box that your family buried in the backyard by the oak tree. That's not what I've been practicing. But do I hear incredibly clearly compared to when I start? Yes. Do I get the most amazing guidance? Yes. Can I literally teach a class like our School of Mystics Wednesday? Tomorrow morning, I will go into my automatic writing and say, angels and guides, what do you want me to teach on Wednesday? And they will give me, without my thinking mind getting involved, other than the occasional Budinsky argument of my thinking mind, will they give me direction for the class and literally lay out line by line what I'm teaching? Yes, 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 yes. From that practice. All right, last question of the evening, because I love Jill so much. And I love both of your sons on both sides of the veil, Jill, so much. What about when it's your time to graduate? As you know, my youngest son was killed in the hospital. His identical twin brother is suicidal. He was not protected. Jill, I'm going to view this a different way. What if your youngest son and your identical twin brother had an agreement? This is a story, I realize, but had an agreement that they would both come here. One son would check out early after his job this lifetime was done, and in doing so would challenge your other son so that he had to raise his game to an entirely new level. It's no longer a story of one son being protected and one not being protected. Now, we can say son was killed in the hospital. Yes, but we can also say it was chosen in advance that this would be his exit plan for whatever reason, for his growth. Both sons are getting something out of this. Both sons, they may literally even be a twin soul, part of the soul still being here in one son, part of the soul having transitioned in your other son. But we don't know the full story of what's going on behind the scenes. We can play the very human drama of saying, well, it's the human drama of victimhood, which is where your son who is still here is, unfortunately, actually, I'm not going to call it victimhood. He's in guilthood. Or we can play the higher level story of, if he chooses it. This is hard. Understand, even if he chooses to go back early, that's his choice for his journey. And we don't want that. But that's his choice for his journey. But as the survivor, there is something massive for him to gain here. And if we can understand that this was, as we've been talking about in recent weeks, Jill, a cosmic setup, I would love to get him here to these events, a cosmic setup, then something magical can come for him. A last note on this. Then we're going to go into a brief meditation, and then I've got to call it good for the evening and get to Jessica and baby Hannah. There are so many, and I know there are so many here this evening, spouses of loved ones who crossed over maybe even way too early. We have things like survivor's guilt. We have things like, why didn't God take me? What did I do wrong? Why didn't I get them to the hospital in time? If only I had seen the signs. Why didn't I just? And on 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 it goes. And oftentimes those same individuals were leading a good life, even a great life, but it was down one path. And as soon as they lost their partner, they were taken down a completely different path. Maybe they were introvert and became a socialite. Maybe they had never done painting in their lives and then became an award-winning artist. Maybe they cooked and cleaned and never did that again, but did something completely different. The path of the survivor is hugely important and is hugely guided by the way their partner went out. So Jill, your brother's partner checked out, quote, early, giving your son the space to go in a completely different direction. Not by conscious choice here on earth, but because of the decisions made between the two of them on the other side. This brings us right back full circle to the start here this evening. The start here this evening, I talked about the step before protection is to listen, because there is a path that is laid out for our highest good, for growth, for ascension, in a sense, you could say. The more we get on the path, the easier it is, but the path will still have challenges no matter what to help us to grow and expand. Every single plant, I guess you could say, plant on the planet. I don't know about every single one. Let's take a sunflower seed. You want that sunflower to grow big and tall and strong? You better tamp it into the soil good. The more pressure you put on the soil, the better for that sunflower to grow strong. You want a caterpillar to turn into the most amazing butterfly? You better make it a pain in the ass to get out of that cocoon, because if that caterpillar gets out of the cocoon too easily, it hasn't grown the strength, the fortitude, the everything that it takes, the energetic systems in order to be the butterfly it's capable of being. Your son, who is still here, is able to become a butterfly far beyond anything he would have been able to become had his brother still been here in physical form. Now, with that said, a last note. And this is so hard to get across to him, but I see it with baby Hannah right now. He's not disconnected. He never was. He never could be. It's only a matter of him pausing and learning the skills to connect with him. Baby Hannah is a chatterbox with her sister Miracle, who we're now calling Miracle, which is what her name means. Hannah and Miracle are going yada, 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 yada. We don't fully understand what's being said yet. Who knows if we will? But they're completely connected. They're completely side by side, even though one has transitioned to the other side and one has not. What's the difference between baby Hannah and Miracle, and between your two sons? Nothing. Just the timing that it took place. That's all. Sending so much love, Jill. And I know I sound very strong, but I know this has got to be scarier than 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 scary. I don't have any words for it. I would be in the same place you are. But there's still that spiritual reason that this has taken place. All right, let's go into a brief meditation. Do check out our meditation channel. That's where we have longer meditations. So you can check on YouTube, Inspire Nation Meditations. I may be able to put in the chat there as well, Inspire Nation Meditations, or the link to that so that you can check out our meditations. Of course, we have amazing meditations with the power of the group for our Wednesday night School of Mystics classes as well. And thank you, Aya, for running everything. Thank you, Anne. Thank you to all of the members of the Dream Team. Thank you, angels, guides, and universe as well. All right. I'm going to keep this nice and short, although I've got to say, out of all of the YouTube live events, I believe tonight's questions were the best. And I don't just say anything like that. If you've listened, you've never heard me say that before. The questions tonight were stupendous, were amazing, were incredible. So thank you for putting your questions in. And my apologies if I wasn't able to get to your question tonight, but come back and bring your questions. All right. Let's close our eyes. Let's get nice and comfortable. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose, down to the belly, and out through the nose. In and out. In and out. One more time. In and out. Now, I've been doing a lot of meditations lately on the power of the group. And if we really want to call in our angels, our guides, our guardian angel, the group is a brilliant way to go. It takes our energy and amplifies it not to the power of the 10, not to the power of 100, but almost to the power of infinity, if there were such a thing mathematically. It's amplified upon amplified upon amplified. So imagine that we are all here, not just in a circle tonight, but in a sphere, with each of us reaching out to someone to our right, someone to our left, in a sense, someone above, someone below, someone at all angles. In fact, if you can, imagine that you now have 8 hands. How does it get any better than this? And you reach out and connect to somebody to the right. You reach out and connect to somebody to the left. You reach out and connect to someone above to your right, someone above to your left, someone beneath to the right, and someone beneath to the left as well. I think this is only 6 arms. We're going to run with it. And we have created this most amazing, magical sphere. of people supporting you, of people loving you up, of people helping you to connect with your angels and guides. This alone is the most amazing, magical, magnetic sphere of protection, of love, of support. And it gets even better. For now, let's call in our angels. Let's call in our guides. You can repeat after me. I call in my angels for protection. I call on my guides for protection. I call in all angels and guides for my highest good and the highest good of all. May I feel your presence. May you put your wings around me. And may you support and protect me now and for always. Can you feel that warmth? Can you feel those feathers? Can you feel that love and support? You are completely loved, surrounded, and guided by your angels. They have your front, they have your back, they have your everything, above, below, and beyond. Because you are not just on the edge of the sphere. You are the very center of it. And each and every one of us, and the layer after layer after layer of angels, of guides, of loved ones, of elders, protecting everyone here tonight, are completely and totally surrounding you with love and light. And now let's go one more step. Let's call in our guardian angel, or angels for that matter, if you feel you may have more than one. I call in my guardian angel or angels. Thank you for being by my side. Thank you for always and forever being with me. Thank you for protecting me now and always. Please take care of me. Please protect me. And please help bring me any lessons and learnings here in this earth school in the kindest, gentlest, easiest way possible for my highest good and the highest good of all. I am listening. I am listening. I am listening. Feel your guardian angel at your back. Can you feel that incredible warmth? Feel it radiating throughout your body. In fact, you can put your hands on your heart and feel it glowing and growing warm. That is the love and protection of your angels. That is the love and protection of your guides. That is the love and protection of your guardian angels. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guides. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guides. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guides. Now, before I let you go, I want you to put out a wish, a hope, a prayer into the center of this sphere. A prayer for protection, a prayer for guidance, a prayer you wish to be amplified by everyone here, past, present, and future, past, future, and present too, for everyone, all of the angels, all of the guides, all of the elders, here, now, and forever, always. And for our guardian angels as well. Please put that prayer out now into the center of the sphere and feel it being amplified. Can you see it growing and glowing brighter and brighter and brighter still? Can you see the entire sphere glowing brighter and brighter until it becomes as bright as the sun itself, as bright as the entire Milky Way, as bright as the brightest light and sky you have ever seen? That is the power of the angels. That is the power of the group. That is the power of your prayer being heard now and forever, always. Let that prayer go into the center of this glowing ball of light, this tremendous, most amazing sun. And in your own words, or with me, thank you, angels. Thank you, guides. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guides. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guides. How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? So I want to wish you the most amazing, beautiful evening ahead, new day ahead. Keep shining bright. Keep on calling in the angels. Keep listening, keep listening, keep listening. Some more, some more, some more. Do your preening before you go to bed, as Rue is doing. He's like, my job is done. I've been holding space. I get to go to sleep now. Definitely come join us for our School of Mystics on Wednesday, and I will put that link down. And next Thursday for our automatic writing experience. How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? Of course, we've got the most amazing shift program coming in a couple weeks. That starts on the 25th. And don't forget, we have a meditation channel. So I would definitely want you to subscribe, give us a big, huge thumbs up if you're enjoying this, but also check out Inspire Nation Meditations. And I'm going to go get to Jessica on our anniversary, because it is just about 10:10 here. And since there it is, it's 10:10. Since we were married on 10:10:10 and it is 10:10, it is perfect tens and time to let you guys go. Love you guys so much. Thank you, Aya. Thank you, Ann. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone. Love you guys so much, and keep on shining bright. Love you guys. Take care. Be well. Perfect tens. Gotta run. Bye.